रिक्वेस्ट सर को रिक्वेस्ट करो सारे सर को रिक्वेस्ट आप पहले सर को
समस्त जनजाति का कल्याण हो, प्रत्येक जीव और प्रत्येक प्राणी का उद्धार हो, विश्व में शांति का लहर हो, और इसी आशा के साथ मैं देवाशीष देव आप सभी को सेंट्रल टूल रूम व ट्रेनिंग सेंटर की ओर से हार्दिक अभिनंदन और आपका सम्मान करता हूं। आज हमारे गहन में डॉक्टर वी नारायणन, सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ स्पेस, चेयरमैन इंडियन स्पेस रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बेंगलुरु से उपस्थित हैं। उनके साथी और उनके सहकर्मी हमारे साथ हैं। आप सभी से निवेदन करना चाहता हूं कि एक जोरदार करताली से उनका सम्मान करें। जैसे किसी भी अनुष्ठान को प्रारंभ करने से पहले एक शांति पाठ का होना अनिवार्य होता है, तो आज मैं आप सभी से निवेदन करना चाहूंगा कि मेरे साथ अंततः ओमकार का नाद करें और शांति पाठ को पहले शुरू करते हैं, उसके बाद हम ये अनुष्ठान को प्रारंभ करेंगे। I request everyone of the ladies and gentlemen to please join with me with the Santi Path. वांग में मनसी प्रतिष्ठिता, मनो में वाची प्रतिष्ठितम, अविराविर्मयेधि वेदस्य मा अनिष्ठः, श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः, अनेनाधीतेन अहोरात्रान् संदधामि, ऋतं वदिष्यामि, सत्यं वदिष्यामि, तन्मावतु, तद्वक्तारं वगतु, अवतु माम्, अवतु वक्तारम्, अवतु वक्तारम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Let my speech be established in my mind. Let my mind be established in my speech. Let the knowledge of the self-manifest Atman, the soul, grow in me. Let my mind and speech be the support to experience the knowledge of the Vedas. Let what has been heard by me from the Vedas not be a mere experience, but what is gained from studying day in and day out to be retained. I speak about the divine truth. I speak about the absolute truth. May that protect me. May that protect that preceptor. May that protect me. May that protect that preceptor. May that protect that preceptor. Om, peace, peace, and peace. I thanks to every one of you to join with me with the Santi Path. किसी भी अनुष्ठान को प्रारंभ करने से पहले एक शांति पाठ का होना अनिवार्य होता है। और आज जैसे कि हम लोग हमारे गहन में डॉक्टर वी नारायणन जी हैं, so let me give you a short glimpse of Dr. V. Narayanan without making much delay to the process. Dr. V. Narayanan, Secretary, Department of Space and Chairman, ISRO, is a distinguished scientist in the apex scale and also the Chairman of Space Commission. As a Chief of India Space Agency, he provides techno-managerial leadership for achieving excellence in space transportation, infrastructure, and space applications benefiting common citizens of our country, as well as capturing and nurturing a vibrant space ecosystem in India. He is spearheading the complex cutting-edge technology developments feeding to the national mission and laid out as per the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, like Gaganyaan program, Chandrayaan 4, Venus mission, Bharatiya Antariksha Station, next generation launch vehicles, and many more, including an Indian landing on the moon and returning safely. The country has already achieved the distinction of being the fourth country in the world to achieve space docking under his leadership. He has successfully accomplished the 100th launch from Satish Dhawan Space Center, SHAR. Previously, he was the director of Liquid Propulsion System Center, LPSC, the lead center of liquid propulsion development for all launch vehicles and spacecrafts of ISRO for a period of 7 years, having campuses at Trivandrum and Bangalore. As a director, he has provided the able leadership in chemical and electrical propulsion systems, control power plants, and transducers, development for space health monitoring, and built huge infrastructure. If I'd be reading, there would be a lot of things about Dr. V. Narayanan. Let me just say something about his academics. Dr. V. Narayanan had been a brilliant academic career as he completed his MTech in cryogenic engineering with first rank and PhD in aerospace engineering, both from IIT Kharagpur, and has been keeping his strategic position in ISRO for the last 41 years. So let's have a big round of applause for him. And without making much delay, I'd be requesting Dr. V. Narayanan on stage to address to our production unit. And with his kind words, with his empowerment, we'll be making the things much better. I'd be requesting the honorable guests to please be on the stage. And Sarangi sir as well, please. If you can be on the
video.
Uh-huh.
Please. Directly operate from company. Sir, what will we play a special show or thank you. The lights off, correct? So let's show
Space ignites a boundless wonder that fuels humanity's relentless urge to explore. A cosmic symphony of planets, stars, and dazzling mysteries.
Not planned here, but then okay.
Space ignites a boundless wonder that fuels humanity's relentless urge to explore. A cosmic symphony of planets, stars, and dazzling mysteries. It calls us to dive headfirst into the unknown, unraveling the universe's deepest secrets with unstoppable curiosity and an insatiable thirst for discovery. India commenced its journey into space research in the early 1960s, a time when satellite applications were still in the experimental phase globally. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, a true visionary of India's space program, firmly believed that space technology could be harnessed to address societal and national challenges effectively. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, was established in August 1969 and subsequently came under the Department of Space in September 1972. The prime objective of ISRO is the development of advanced space technology and application of space technology for societal, commercial, developmental, and strategic requirements of the country. 50 years ago, India built its first satellite, Aryabhatta, that was launched with the help of Russia, erstwhile Soviet Union, on April 19, 1975, marking India's entry into the select club of spacefaring nations. SITE, an experimental satellite communication project jointly designed by ISRO and NASA, was launched in India during 1975 to make informational television programs to rural India, the largest social experiment to educate financially and economically backward community. Since then, 131 satellites have been conceived with state-of-the-art technologies, built and launched for communication, Earth observation, navigation, scientific applications, etc., for the benefits of humankind. Some of the major space-based services are telemedicine, teleeducation, disaster warning, weather forecasting, resource management, planning, etc., addressing the civilian requirements. From the nascent phase of transporting our first indigenous communication satellite, Apple, Ariane passenger payload experimental satellite, today we have established state-of-the-art facilities and proven our technical prowess in the field of launch vehicle capability. From the major challenge of having no access to cryogenic propulsion technology, affecting its ability to launch communication satellite, India overcome these challenges through successful demonstration of GSLV mission. Augmenting to this, India developed and qualified a new cryogenic engine with 3 times the thrust for its LVM-3 launcher in record time, setting 3 global benchmarks. These include completing development and flight with just 3 engines, achieving the maiden flight in 28 months, and conducting the stage hot test in only 34 days, faster than any other country. We aim for many such world records to be made in the coming years. India achieved its first successful launch to orbit with SLV-3 on 18 July 1980. The nation developed 6 generations of launch vehicles with advanced inertial and navigation systems: SLV-3, ASLV, PSLV, GSLV, LVM-3, and SSLV, and recently achieved the milestone of 100th launch in January of this year with the launch of GSLV F-15.
This mission is the 100th launch from our launch pads, which is very significant milestone of India. Our space program was conceived and started by visionary leader, Professor Vikram Sarabhai, and taken forward by generations of leaders.
The fact that half of these launches were accomplished in the last 10 years alone indicates that our space sector has grown exponentially. India has demonstrated a unique approach for its space science satellites. The high success rate and the cost-effective nature of our lunar and Mars missions have caught global attention. India's first lunar mission discovered water molecules in the moon for the first mission. The second lunar mission, Chandrayaan-2, has the highest resolution camera, 32 centimeter, in the world that continues to map the moon. When Chandrayaan-3 satellite became the first satellite in the world to touch the South Pole region of the moon, it also touched the heart of every Indian, and the whole world watched and hailed the achievement. India became the first country to successfully insert a Mars orbiter on its maiden attempt in 2014, which also made a record as cost-effective mission. In 2023, it launched its first solar mission, Aditya L1, becoming the fourth country to do so, with the spacecraft now actively contributing solar data to the global scientific community. Indian space sector reforms aim to foster private sector participation and innovation in space activities led by InSpace with the support of ISRO and ENSEL through hand-holding and enabling the non-governmental entities, NGEs. This year, India will witness the first commercial launch vehicle PSLV-N1 realized by industry consortium carrying ISRO's technology demonstration satellite, TDS-01, demonstrating a host of new developments such as indigenous traveling wave tube amplifiers, etc. Today, we have a world-class ground infrastructure in the country, distributed across various states, including multiple launch pads, engine and stage testing facilities, and ground tracking facilities, including a 32-meter antenna for space exploration missions. ISRO is advancing quantum communication technology to ensure ultra-secure satellite-based data transmission in India. As part of our capacity-building outreach activities, ISRO adopted multi-pronged approach such as establishment of Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, IIST Regional Center, delivering space-based courses, etc. As part of international cooperation and collaboration activities, one of the major missions being launched in coming months is ISRO-NASA satellite, NISAR. Another major endeavor is ISRO-JAXA mission to Moon, Chandrayaan-5 LoopX mission. The Indian space program has set its sights high in the next 25 years with the Gaganyaan program.
2035 तक अंतरिक्ष में भारत का अपना स्पेस स्टेशन होगा जो हमें स्पेस के अज्ञात विस्तार को जानने में मदद करेगा.
We are looking forward to the first Indian Gaganyatri to International Space Station in the coming days. The first uncrewed mission for Gaganyaan is planned this year to demonstrate the associate technology for human space flight. ISRO has initiated the development of a super heavy lift rocket to take our Gaganyatris to the moon and back. The various initiatives in the space sector and the goals identified under the Space Vision 2047 will elevate the Indian capability in launch vehicles, satellites, and space applications on par with the leading spacefaring nations by the 2040-45 time frame and contribute to the vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047. From church courtyards to cosmic frontiers, India's space journey shines as a triumph of grit innovation, and vision. With space stations ahead and limitless dreams, ISRO proves space isn't just for exploration, it's for empowering a nation. The story has just begun, and the stars are only the start.
Thank you, sir, for a marvelous video. It has energized us. Goosebumps are coming. And with this, right now, I must say that जहां उद्यम, साहस, धैर्य, बुद्धि और शक्ति, पराक्रम ये 6 गुण हो, स्वयं ईश्वर उस इंसान का सहायता करता है. तो उसी के साथ मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा एल राजशेखर सर, जनरल मैनेजर सेंट्रल टूल रूम ट्रेनिंग सेंटर, नारायणन सर और सर प्लीज आप लोग भी उपस्थित हो जाइए. और सर मैं एल राजशेखर सर जी से बोलूंगा कि वो एक वेलकम एड्रेस करें और उसके बाद हम लोग शुरू करते हैं. ओवर टू यू राजशेखर सर.
But it can be comfortable.
Please, Rajasekhar.
Very good morning to all of you. And today is a great day for CTTC Bhubaneswar. And it's a big honor to CTTC Bhubaneswar. Today we have a distinguished guest, Dr. V. Narayan sir, with us. Sir is there from last 30 years with us. Today is a special moment. Be as a chairman, sir has been visiting our maiden visit for CTTC Bhubaneswar. Sir, on behalf of my team, I would like to welcome you, sir. And Dr. Narayan sir's Guru, Dr. Sarangi sir, who has been instrumental, and sir has been coordinating the program. Thank you for coming, sir. And my special thanks to entire team ISRO, ISRO, especially our CTTC's well-wisher, mentor, Sambaya sir, and Raghupati sir and Subramanian sir, who is instrumental. And first of all, I have to say once again, my sincere thanks the way the ISRO has been putting on us and a trust and all, because due to our quality and the deliveries and all. So in that moment, I'm really emotional, sir, because last 3 years you have been promised me that you will be coming. Finally, today it's a great day. It's been happen. Once again, my sincere thanks for your critical time you have been allotted to us. It's like, that's where we feel very happy of it. And my team really motivates. And I don't want to take much of time, sir, because everybody is eager to hear from you. So just I will request you, sir, kindly address my team. This is my team of production team, sir. In my production, we have around 160 people are there. So they are from senior head of production to operator level. They are there here. So you can kindly address them, sir. It will be really motivates for them to future projects and other things. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Very, very good morning to all of you. Mr. Rajasekhar, General Manager of CTTC Bhubaneswar, Professor Sunil Sarangi, he was my teacher, mentor. Today I am standing in front of you. Lot of credit will go to him. If I am good, he's the person. If I am not good also, he is responsible for that. And Mr. Shambaya and my dear friends from LPSC and CTTC Bhubaneswar, it is great honor and privilege to be here. And I still remember I was, before taking over as the chairman ISRO on 13th January, almost 41 years I was in ISRO from February 1st, 1984 onwards. Out of that 7 years as the director of LPSC, I came in contact with the CTTC Bhubaneswar after I became director only. So that means my association is 7 years, whereas association of CTTC Bhubaneswar for ISRO program is almost 30 years. And today, I understand CTTC Bhubaneswar is contributing not only for LPSC activities, and SAC, LEOS, IASU, and a couple of other important units and centers. And dear friends, already you have seen a video. It is a very, very summarized video. And, Indian space program, which was started almost 63 years back, 1962, we started the activities. In fact, the seeding was done in the year 1961. I had a privilege to talk to one of the very, very senior veteran, Professor Chitnis, who was along with Sarabhai. These are the two people who were discussing at that point of time, 1961, why don't we start a space program? And then 1962, the program was started, and 1969, August 15th was an important day. The ISRO was formed, and up to 1972, it was with the Department of Atomic Energy. Then it became an independent department from 1972. This year is very, very important year for us because of a couple of reasons. Number one, the Indian satellite program, till 1975, we were not having any satellites. It was April 19, 1975. We had built the first satellite, Aryabhatta, and it was launched, rather supported by other countries for building the satellite, and we launched the satellite, and it was a grand successful mission. And now this year right now the celebration is going on, 50 years of satellite development and satellite technology development. And till today, from that humble beginning, India has conceived and built and launched 132 satellites. Out of that, there were a couple of failures, couple of setbacks, but everything, we don't consider anything as a failure. We consider as a stepping stone for success. So satellite, that is the area we have grown, and the heaviest satellite being the GSAT-11 satellite. And the satellites are used for multiple purpose to ensure safety and security of the citizens of this country, our Bharat. And of course, to ensure food security, water security, and disaster warning and mitigation, navigation applications, and weather forecasting, climate changes studies, and potential fishery student studies, like that, lot of applications it is doing. Coming to the second important milestone is also there. During that time, to be frank, I was told that even very, very senior political leaders were not convinced that India need even television sets. That's what was told by none other than the senior person, Chitnis. And that time, 1975 is another important thing. The SITE experiment, satellite instrumentation television experiment. There were 2,400 television sets were kept in 2,400 villages, and ATS-6 satellite data was transmitted and demonstrating mass satellite communication in this part of country. And that was the beginning of the application. And from that, this year, we are going to celebrate that also. It is a 50 years of satellite application demonstration celebration. And then today, I want to tell in single language, evening 5 to 8, if you switch off the satellites, I think our life will come to a little pathetic situation. None of the ATM will work. And there was a time people carry a lot of money when you travel. Nowadays, nobody travel, only 1 or 2 ATM cards will be there. And no transaction will take place. No, the real-time train monitoring is happening. You understand where the train is coming real time, nothing will work. And then we are having almost 11,500 kilometers length of seashore, and along with the northern area, a lot of borders, and then nothing can be monitored in a proper way. And that will really shatter the safety and security of the citizens. And then telecommunication, television, broadcasting, everything will come to a standstill. And weather forecasting, a lot of things will not happen. And thereby, I will say that over 50 years, the ISRO has done a fantastic job of bringing advanced space technology to the common man of this country in ensuring water security, food security, health care area, and multiple areas it is serving. Coming to the launcher area, again, an important milestone is the 1963, November 21st was an important day for India. We lifted off a rocket. Of course, three-body rockets were always there, and we lifted off a small sounding rocket from Indian soil. But that rocket doesn't belong to us. It was a rocket which came from USA, and the payload, a sodium Apollon, came from France, and we were assembling and we sent. And 1967, November 20th, we had the first tiny rocket, 1 meter height indigenous rocket, which lifted off. And from that, the next major milestone was 1980. We had the first SLV-3 launcher placing a 35 kg Rohini series satellite in the orbit. and India joined the elite group of only 5 more countries having that capability. And from that, if you see till today, something around 4,670 rockets and 101 launch vehicle missions are accomplished. We have faced a lot of setbacks, a lot of understanding has come. And today, and lot of ground segment, there are 32-meter antenna for communicating for the interplanetary missions, and lot of things are happening in the space arena. And today, we are not a simple spacefaring nation. We are a vibrant, dynamic spacefaring nation. Why I make that statement is, a couple of places today we are number one. So when we started the space program, we used to move our rockets tying in bicycle. And at one point of time, the Apple satellite for experiment had to be moved in Bangalore enabled by a bullock cart. And from that bicycle and bullock cart era, today we have come a long way. 9 places we are number one in the world. The Chandrayaan-1, which found water molecules on the moon surface, and India is the first country which found water molecule. And Mars orbiter mission, we have to travel almost 68 crore kilometers, and we have successfully accomplished that mission using a satellite, again a engine which was restarted after 297 days. Imagine a car you are not starting for 60 days and you try to start, what will happen, you all understand. And here the engine had to be started after 297 days. We were holding our breath when the Prime Minister was also sitting in the control center. But then it was a historical day. We successfully accomplished, and India is the only country, first country successfully accomplished a Mars orbiter mission in the first attempt. None of the developed country would demonstrate, and we are standing number one in that place. And Chandrayaan-2, we are having orbiter, having a camera called orbiter high resolution camera. And in the moon's orbit, the best camera available is Indian camera OHRC with 32 centimeter. Other cameras are 50 centimeter plus resolution. So we are having number one position. And through a single rocket in Trivandrum, in fact, after I joined only, there was a debate happened. Everywhere, every time we are number 2, number 3, when to become number 1. So at that point of time, a decision was taken. The Russia placed through a single rocket 37 satellites. We decided we'll place 100 satellites. And truly, today it is India which accomplished 104 satellite launch through a single PSLV. And we became number 1, accomplishing more than 100 satellites through a single thing. And Chandrayaan-3, you all know, it was a good thing what happened at one point of time. And just before we landed on 23rd August 2023, some other countries were trying to make that attempt to get the first position. But then today it is history. India is the only country, first country, soft landed near the south pole of moon. And we are holding the number 1 position. And of course, South Pole region, we have discovered a lot of things we have donated to the scientific community of this world. Then comes to the cryogenic rocket technology. I think a lot of you may be knowing Professor Sunil Sarangi is one of the key persons who have trained a lot of students, including me. I was, I think, one of the initial phase students. And the technology, if any rocket meaningful space program is required, we need rocket engines. The car engines and rocket engine, nothing great, nothing different. Car engines move with a velocity of 100 km per hour, maybe in Bhubaneswar road, 100 to 120 km per hour maximum. And the purpose of a car engine is to either take a human being or take some object from one place to another place. That is the purpose. Same thing, only rocket is also doing nothing different. Either it takes human being from ground to space, or some satellites in place of object, it takes the satellite. But the engines have to do a little different job. The car engines, he has to give a velocity of rather speed of 100 km to 150 km per hour, whereas a rocket engine for placing Chandrayaan-3 satellite in the orbit, something around 37,000 km per hour velocity it has to give. Then only it will go to the required orbit. And out of that, the cryogenic rocket engine are the best chemical propulsion system, which uses liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen as the propulsion system. And that technology we are looking for from other countries. And unfortunately, other countries denied that technology to India. And really, that was a game changer, I want to tell. In the early 90s, you would have heard the cryogenic rocket technology, daily newspaper it used to come. And there were advanced countries behind stopping the technology transfer between Russia and India. And then finally, the technology was denied to us. Today, I want to tell, and we are one among 6 countries, and we have developed 3 cryogenic propulsion systems, and 2 we have made it operational, and 3rd is available in Sriharikota for the human spaceflight program, a C-32 stage, and we are one among 6 countries having that guarded advanced propulsion technology today in the hand. Not only that, when we developed that, we also put targets to become world leaders. And when we developed the C-25 cryogenic stage for Mark 3, I think already you have seen the video, we have got 3 places, number 1 position in the world. Number 1, just with 3 engines. Generally, people make 7 to 8 engines and test, then only they go for the flight. And we put a target just with 3 engines. 2 engines were tested, 3rd engine was tested in the HAT facility, same engine was used for the successful first flight, and we are number 1 in that place. No other country could do with 3 engines, just 3 engines. Second thing is, between the engine test to flight, we put a target of 24 months, knowing that other countries have taken average 6 years. We know that. And the minimum time taken by any other country is 34 months, and maximum time is 108 months. Is the type of time frame, knowing that we put a target of 24 months, and we have accomplished this in 28 months, and we have got the 2nd world record, and that is the least time any country has taken in the world. And finally, we had to do a stage level hot test. We're using 5,000 kg of hydrogen and 20,000 kg of oxygen. You know, the hydrogen, if you don't handle properly, it will explode, and it will be a hydrogen bomb. And we have to test in a 1,000 crore facility. And generally, people, after taking the stage to the test stand, they do a lot of experiments, spending crores of money and time, and the other is the test. Generally, 6 to 10 months is the type of time frame. And then we debated, discussed. I think India should become world leader, and we took a decision. We will do a lot of digital simulation and do minimum experiment. And then it is a high risk game. If you don't handle properly, a 1,000 crore facility in 1,000 milliseconds will become dust condition. And knowing that, we discussed, decided, and finally, we have completed a test in 34 days against world average record of 6 months and minimum time of 68 days. And we are having 3rd world record. And dear friends, today we have kept eye on at least 10 more places to become number 1 in another 2 to 3 years. And in the space technology, we are becoming gradually leadership role. For example, we are going to have a launch of a satellite called NSR satellite. And there is a payload came from USA, another payload from India, and we have built the satellite, and Honorable Prime Minister standing in US soil. In fact, the previous day I had the opportunity to send a couple of notes, and he was standing and telling, the satellite built by you, your country and our country will be launched from our country using our launcher. What a proud moment it was. So this is what today India is standing. And this year we had accomplished the 100th satellite launch. It was a successful history. On January 29th, we had the 100th successful launch. That to market in the Mark 3 launch was successful. Of course, one not first. We had a setback. We are studying the problem associated with that launch. And this year was another historical year because SpaceX, space docking experiment, let me explain to you in a layman language. Assume 2 cars are going in Bhubaneswar road with 100 km/h velocity. And one car, your father is there, another car, your mother is there. And these 2 cars has to be joined without hitting each other and joined together, and both the cars has to go together. You can imagine what type of difficulty it is just to align together and getting docked. And 2 satellites rotating at 28,400 km/h in space. Of course, relative velocity is less, and then you have to join these 2 using a set of algorithms, software, hardware, cameras, propulsion system. And we Indians have done, and we are one among 4 countries in the world demonstrating that technology this year. And this is going to really put a lot of usefulness in the coming years. And today, we are not one of the spacefaring nations. We are the vibrant spacefaring nations. And now lot of targets are set for us. And I want to tell, I am not going to dwell on all those projects. If I talk, it will take a lot of time. Sending man to moon, Venus orbiter mission, Chandrayaan 4, Chandrayaan 5 missions. And then this year we have set something around 20 missions. And lot of programs are there. And ultimates by 2035, we are going to build our own space station. And 2040, we are going to land, we are working towards landing our own brother or sister on the moon and bring them back safely. Very easy to say that to have a crewed mission. You know what is involved? The first launcher, which was flown in the year 1980 under the project directorship of APJ Abdul Kalam and the chairman, that time was Professor Satish Dhawan, was just a 17-ton lift-off mass vehicle capable of placing 35 kg in the low Earth orbit. 17-ton, 22-meter height, if my memory is correct. And from that, we are conceiving a rocket which is 120-meter height, means 40-story building height. You can imagine 40-story building height. Kudupinar is hardly 72-meter height. This is 120-meter height. And 2,600 ton to 3,000 ton is the lift-off mass capable of placing 75,000 kg in the low Earth orbit. Against our first vehicle of 35 kg. See, what is a phenomenal growth, what is happening in space sector. And now, towards this, who are all the people responsible for this? Of course, you have seen the chairman. I'm also so blessed to be one of the chairman, getting that opportunity to lead the organization after 41 years of service. And is it only the chairman and directors of the centers and senior people? Answer is no. It is the entire 20,000 ISRO employees, which involves technicians, technical assistants, engineers, all the people. And we are having collaboration with the 450 industries, including CTTC Bhubaneswar, and then academia. So many academia is contributing, and Professor Sarangi from academia contributing multiple way. One is making his students, lot of students, and they are in the lead show. And I am so privileged and blessed to be his students, and lot of his quality I have picked up. And of course, everything I could not pick up. Some of the qualities I could pick up. And he has got lot of qualities. We have to talk about him. I have to talk hours and hours. And then one of the things I want to say, at one point of time, my wife got a fantastic job abroad, foreign job, and with a lot of salary. Then I had to take a decision. And I was advised to leave the job, to go with her to Germany. Then I had to take a decision what has to be done. Then I had a dialogue with him. At the end, he made that summary I have written in my diary. I don't want you to be a materialistic character student. I want you to contribute for this country. This country has got a lot of social problem, economic problem, technology problem. And then I came back and I told, look, to my wife, I told, I have decided after discussing with Professor Sarangi, almost 3 hours talk. Then I told my wife, I have decided. In fact, I was not convinced to leave. Then decided I will not leave. Then I explained everything. And today, if I am continuing ISRO, yes, first of all, getting a job itself, lot of things. Then continuing today, he is one of the persons behind that, not only educating me and ensuring I am also continuing. And like that, if I have to talk about his contribution and influence on him, I can talk 5 hours, which I am not going to attempt now. And today, I have come here for multiple activities. Already we are late by half an hour, and at least some 4 or 5 programs are there. But I was very particular to come to CTTC Bhubaneswar for only one purpose, not to see the hardware, not to see your facilities. That I will come in appropriate time. Today, when we have done all this world record, Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, so many satellite, everything, and your team hand is there in most of the activities. They did Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, Mars orbiter mission, any satellites, and FADEX, I told very nicely, Doc, your hands are inside. And I want to tell one statement. Whenever I am in the office, in fact, I was addressing as director of LPC every week management council meeting, and I used to make a statement. And it is truly a statement, not for just for talking. I used to tell, I was the director, with me there were 10 deputy directors, there was a controller, and then almost something around 1,500 permanent employees and 4,000 contract people. I used to make a statement. if 8 hours somebody is working in the garden perfectly, 8 hours systematically and perfectly, and a director 8 hours not working systematically and perfectly, the contribution of the gardener is much better than the contribution of the director. This is the statement I used to make. I will qualify the statement. For example, take a staff who is cleaning plate for us. And if that particular staff is not systematically doing that cleaning, and when you eat in that plate, imagine that plate is kept and some insects come in contact and later on you take food. What will happen to your health? You should understand. So everybody in the system is equal. Let it be a technician, let it be a cleaner, let it be a gardener, let it be a director. I consider everybody's role is equally important. So I wanted to come here only to appreciate, meet you people, thank you people, appreciate you people, and request you people to extend similar and better cooperation in the coming years. So with that, let me thank Mr. Raj Sekhar for enabling me to come. It was a very short notice, but then I was very particular to meet all of you because you are one among us. And in an organization like this, we all are government servants. So the chairman is a government servant, a technician is a government servant. So you all are doing fantastic job. So let me congratulate, compliment, thank each and every one of you and your family members for the outstanding work what you are doing. And let me also request you to extend similar and better cooperation in the coming years and days. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. You have just made us to feel that, yes, everyone is equal in the eyes of work and dedication and devotion. When we are working for everything that we are responsible for. Thank you very much for giving your kind words. And also, one thing we have learned from sir, very interestingly, that he has been respecting his guru, his mentor, like anything. It's been said that Gurove na prapyate yat nanyatrapi hi labhyate. Guru prashadat sarvam tu prapnotyeva samsayah. जो गुरु द्वारा प्राप्त नहीं होता वो अन्यत्र कहीं भी प्राप्त नहीं होता. गुरु कृपा से निसंदेह मनुष्य सब कुछ प्राप्त कर ही लेता है. Thank you very much for that one. I just So I've been requesting Narayan sir to felicitate Sarangi sir, who is a guru, who is a mentor. It would be a great honor for a mentee to honor his mentor. So let's have a big round of applause for that. We're requesting Rajsekhar sir to felicitate Narayan sir. So I'll be giving a handful of claps for Sambhaya sir.
Sir, my team is very happy at the experiences, sir. Actually, last people are enjoying really. Just for title, sir.
Yeah.
So I'll be requesting Dr. K. M. Rajan sir to please give the vote of thanks.
Very good morning. Respected Dr. V. Narayanan sir, Chairman ISRO and Secretary Space, respected Dr. K. Sambeya sir and LPC Deputy Director, or Dr. Sunil Sarangi sir, teacher of Dr. Narayan sir. It's proud to say that. And officials from ISRO and senior officials from RCA, DRDO, and my dear colleagues and media persons, ladies and gentlemen. It's a proud moment for CTTC Bhubaneswar. First time a chairman of ISRO is visited our center. Sir, I take this opportunity to thank Narayan sir for taking his very valuable time for visiting our center and encouraging our young team for doing the excellent work what we are doing more than 25 years. I take this opportunity to thank Sarangi sir for guiding us. Because of sir's and encouraged words and support, today our Dr. V. Narayan sir is there with us. So thank you sir for inviting us also and coming here sir. Thank you. I also take the opportunity to thank Sambeya sir for continuous support. All the time sir is there to support CTTC Bhubaneswar and entire teams of ISRO. And also we are having a special guest from RCI and DRDO. Thank you so much for being here, and we are supporting all the time to CTTC Bhubaneswar. So finally, and I take all the employees of CTTC Bhubaneswar for participating in this all this very prestigious projects of our country. And thank you so much. And I also take the opportunity to thank L. Rajesh sir for inviting sir to be here, and also all the medias and ladies and thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Then I request you to please. But I will request our chairman, sir. Please, sir. I didn't see. Okay, yes, please. I'm very happy. I think both you. No, we will use the mic. So that's the great honor. Sir, first time sir is coming to Bhubaneswar CTTC, sir.
So I request audience to have the protocol, please.
You did invite it, sir, actually. That is the key person.
He is the director and he is another greatest person. Okay, sir.
Sir is the chairman of AICT, actually.
Okay.
And sir is having a number of important roles.
I was the director.
I am the director. Guide of the farmer chairman.
That's chairman. Okay. Thank you. Madam, how are you? I understand. Sometimes so now actually we are starting that we are also don't worry, whatever you want, I can make you. Everything's finished. Send a mail. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Thank you all. Now I will ask you here. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. It's outside. We have 45 minutes again schedule. Everybody take from Ready? Okay, so, all the countries, out of the we had successful soft landing in India. Not only soft landing, not to start out the rover, send around, then we have discovered lot of mineral, seismic activities. That was done. And now we are working on the Chandrayaan 4, Chandrayaan 4 is a sample introduction which takes and the mass of landing, the 2.5% was for three. Chandrayaan was the protocol is the class asset. And we take a few modules and down in the space, and then we take samples and we samples from the even the samples come back from moon. But then what else are so many in the moon, but India is not not and Chandrayaan 5 is a joint program, taxa. And you know, this is a student on the steps. That's one and after the go the approval and land the Chandrayaan 3 land and for 1,600 feet north, 6,500 feet north. And there will has a rover as compared to Chandrayaan 3 rover of 50 kg to be 350 kg of rover, and the lifetime of the satellite will be 100 days against 14 days of Chandrayaan. And we are going to rather than having and we are going on. Lot of other no boundary. Kenyan is moving very fast, fast transport. I don't know where you are getting so board. And we are going to have 3 uncrewed missiles, followed with the uncrewed missile. First uncrewed here, 7,200 tests are carried out successfully until now. Around 2,500 tests are pending. Followed by 2 uncrewed missiles here and the first one. What are the features of the mass comparison more and the over mass is more than Chandrayaan 3. And the right side is something around 8 times of Chandrayaan 3. CTTC says yeah, progress. CTTC is not important. And they are naturally whatever required, whatever possible, Indian families or that for ensuring safety and security of the citizens of Bharat. Thank you, sir. Okay.